Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this explosive breakdown of one of the most shocking moments in daytime television history. Picture this: Sir David Jason, the legendary actor beloved for his roles in Only Fools and Horses and A Touch of Frost, steps onto the set of Loose Women with a smile, expecting a light-hearted chat about his illustrious career. The panel, including the fiery Denise Welch, greets him warmly at first, but oh, how quickly things can turn sour. It all starts innocently enough when the conversation shifts to the changing landscape of British television. David, ever the gentleman, shares his thoughts on how modern shows lack the charm of the classics. Denise, known for her outspoken views, jumps in with a passionate rebuttal, arguing that today's programming is more inclusive and reflective of society. Sparks fly as their opinions clash. David tries to keep it civil, but Denise's intensity ramps up, accusing him of being out of touch with current issues like mental health and diversity. The audience gasps as the exchange heats up. David, not one to back down, defends his era's contributions, pointing out iconic moments that shaped comedy. But Denise presses on, her voice rising, challenging him on specific examples. The other panelists try to mediate, but it's too late as the tension is palpable. David, feeling cornered, retorts sharply, suggesting that perhaps some modern stars rely more on controversy than talent. Denise fires back, calling his views outdated and elitist. The studio falls silent for a moment before the chaos ensues. Producers scramble behind the scenes, whispering into earpieces. The host attempts to steer the conversation back, but David stands up, his face flushed with frustration. "I've had enough of this nonsense," he declares, removing his microphone. Denise shouts after him, "That's right, walk away when you can't handle the truth." The audience is stunned, some cheering, others booing. Security escorts David off the set as the show cuts to an abrupt commercial break. Social media explodes immediately, with hashtags like #DavidJasonClash and #LooseWomenDrama trending worldwide. Fans of David rally in his defense, calling Denise rude and unprofessional. Supporters of Denise praise her for standing up for progressive values. Clips of the argument go viral, amassing millions of views within hours. Pundits analyze every word, debating who was right. David later issues a statement, saying he was disappointed by the lack of respect but wishes the show well. Denise tweets defiantly, "Spoke my mind, no regrets." The incident sparks broader discussions about generational divides in entertainment. Was it a setup for ratings, or genuine passion boiling over? Whatever the case, it cements this as an unforgettable TV moment. Stay tuned as we dive deeper into the backstory and reactions. Now, let's rewind a bit to understand how this fiery clash came to be. David Jason, at 85 years young, was promoting his new memoir, recounting tales from his decades in the industry. Loose Women, the popular ITV panel show, invited him as a guest, promising a fun, relaxed interview. The panel that day included Denise Welch, a former Coronation Street actress turned TV personality, known for her candid discussions on personal struggles like addiction and depression. From the outset, the chemistry seemed off. David shared anecdotes about working with icons like Ronnie Barker, eliciting laughs from the audience. But when the topic turned to contemporary TV, Denise interjected with her trademark bluntness. "David, darling, times have changed," she said, her tone laced with sarcasm. David chuckled initially, but as Denise elaborated on how old-school humor often bordered on offensive, his expression hardened. He countered by saying that comedy should push boundaries without fear of cancellation. Denise, drawing from her own experiences, argued that sensitivity is key in today's world. The back-and-forth escalated rapidly. Other panelists like Nadia Sawalha tried to lighten the mood with jokes, but it only fueled the fire. David accused the show of ambushing him with loaded questions, while Denise claimed he was dismissive of women's voices in media. The audience murmured in agreement or dissent, adding to the electric atmosphere. Suddenly, David slammed his hand on the table, not aggressively, but enough to startle everyone. "This is ridiculous," he exclaimed. Denise leaned forward, eyes blazing. "Ridiculous is ignoring progress." The host, Kay Adams, called for calm, but the damage was done. Producers signaled for a wrap, But David had already decided to leave. As he walked off, cameras captured Denise shaking her head in disbelief. Post-show, insiders revealed that tensions had been simmering even before the cameras rolled. Apparently, David felt the questions were too probing into his personal life. While Denise was prepared to challenge any perceived conservatism, the fallout was immense. ITV issued an apology for the uncomfortable viewing, but ratings soared. Commentators on Good Morning Britain dissected the event, with Piers Morgan weighing in, siding with David. Online forums buzzed with memes and edits of the clash. Denise's book sales spiked as people revisited her memoirs. David's fans started petitions for him to host his own show. This incident highlights the volatile nature of live TV, where egos and opinions collide unpredictably. In the next segment, we'll hear from eyewitnesses and analyze body language. Diving deeper into the reactions, the internet didn't hold back after David Jason's dramatic exit from Loose Women. Twitter now lit up with divided opinions. One user tweeted, "Denise Welch crossed the line, respect your elders #Team David." Another countered, "David Jason needs to catch up with the times." Denise slayed, #Loose Women. Celebrities chimed in too. Ricky Gervais defended David, calling the show a woke ambush, while Holly Willoughby expressed sympathy for both sides. The clip amassed over 10 million views on YouTube within a day, spawning reaction videos from influencers worldwide. News outlets like The Sun and Daily Mail splashed headlines, "Sir David's storm off shocker," and Denise's diva moment exposed. Behind the scenes, sources say David was furious, vowing never to return to ITV daytime. Denise, however, appeared unfazed, posting a selfie with the caption, "Standing my ground." The show's producers faced backlash for not intervening sooner, with some accusing them of encouraging controversy for views. Viewer complaints flooded Ofcom, questioning the ethics of such heated debates. On a positive note, it sparked meaningful conversations about intergenerational respect in media. David, in a follow-up interview with BBC, reflected calmly, "It was a heated moment, but life's too short for grudges." Denise addressed it on her podcast, explaining her passion stems from personal battles. The other Loose Women panelists supported Denise publicly but privately urged reconciliation. Rumors swirled of a potential reunion episode, but both parties dismissed it. This clash reminds us of past TV blow-ups, like Joan Rivers storming off or Kanye West's interruptions. What sets this apart is the age gap at David's classic wit versus Denise's raw honesty. Body language experts noted David's crossed arm signaling defense, while Denise's forward lean showed aggression. Psychologists weighed in, saying such conflicts arise from clashing worldviews. The economic impact: Loose Women's viewership jumped 30%, advertisers flocked. David's memoir climbed bestseller lists. Denise gained thousands of followers. In hindsight, was it all publicity? Skeptics think so, pointing to similar staged dramas. Regardless, it entertained millions. As we continue, let's explore David and Denise's histories to see why sparks flew so intensely. Their paths in showbiz, marked by triumphs and trials, set the stage for this epic confrontation. To fully grasp the clash, let's look at the protagonists' backgrounds. Sir David Jason, born in 1940, rose from humble beginnings to become a national treasure. His breakthrough as Del Boy in Only Fools and Horses endeared him to generations with catchphrases like "Lovely Jubbly." Knighted in 2005, he's authored books and continued acting into his 80s. Denise Welch, born in 1958, started on Coronation Street as Natalie Barnes, later becoming a Loose Women staple. She's openly discussed her bipolar disorder, alcoholism, and marriages, including to Tim Healy and Lincoln Townley. Her no-filter style makes her a polarizing figure. On the day of the incident, the topic was evolution of TV icons. David praised traditional storytelling. Denise advocated for modern representation. The turning point came when David joked about woke culture killing comedy. Denise took offense, sharing how mental health stigma affected her. David responded, "We had tough skins back then." Denise snapped, "Tough skins hid real pain." The argument peaked with personal jabs. David implied Denise's fame came from controversy. She retorted his success was luck. The host intervened, but David unclipped his mic and left, muttering, "Not worth my time," Denise called after him. "Coward." The live audience was split, applause mixed with gasps. Post-broadcast, David's agent released a statement. Sir David regrets the escalation but stands by his views. Denise blogged, "Passion isn't rudeness, it's authenticity." Media frenzy ensued, with tabloids digging into past feuds. David once clashed with directors. Denise had on-air spats with co-panelists. This event boosted their profiles ironically. Fans organized watch parties for reruns. Comedians parodied it on Saturday Night Live sketches. The cultural ripple. Discussions on ageism versus progressivism. Younger viewers sided with Denise, older with David. Polls showed 55% blamed Denise for aggression. ITV considered format changes to avoid future blow-ups. In interviews, David laughed it off. "All in a day's work." Denise doubled down, "I'd do it again." This saga underscores TV's power to mirror societal divides. As we near the end, consider the lessons. Respect differing opinions, but don't shy from debate. Perhaps a rematch could heal the rift. Reflecting on the broader implications, this loose women clash has ignited debates far beyond the studio. It questions the role of daytime TV in fostering dialogue or drama. Critics argue shows like Loose Women thrive on conflict, sacrificing civility for ratings. Supporters say it reflects real conversations. David Jason's exit highlighted generational tensions, boomers versus millennials in entertainment. His fans lamented the disrespect shown to a legend. Denise praised her for challenging status quo. Social media amplified voices, with threads dissecting every gesture. Viral edits added dramatic music, turning it into memes. Celebrities like Stephen Fry backed David, while Katie Price supported Denise. The incident drew parallels to Oprah's Meghan interview. Raw, unfiltered. Economically, it was a win. Merchandise with quotes flew off shelves. David's tours sold out. Denise's speaking gigs multiplied. Personally, David reportedly reached out privately, but no public apology. Denise hinted at regret in a subtle tweet. The show's ratings held steady, proving controversy pays. Viewers tuned in next episodes hoping for more fireworks. Panelists addressed it lightheartedly, with jokes about guest-proofing the set. Behind the scenes, training on conflict resolution was implemented. This event also spotlighted mental health, as Denise tied her outburst to advocacy. David acknowledged learning from it. In pop culture, it inspired songs, podcasts, and even a play. Analysts predict more such clashes as TV evolves. For David, it reaffirmed his icon status. For Denise, her relevance. The audience, entertained and engaged. As a video creator, I've seen similar dramas boost channels. If you're watching, hit like if you side with David, comment for Denise, subscribe for more celeb breakdowns. This story shows fame's fragility. A one wrong word, and boom. But it also humanizes stars. They're passionate people too. Wrapping up, remember, TV is theater, but emotions are real. Thanks for joining this deep dive into the David Jason Denise Welch saga. In conclusion, the David Jason kickoff from Loose Women after clashing with Denise Welch will go down as a pivotal moment in UK TV lore. It started as a promo spot but ended in walkout legend. Replay the key beats. Polite intro. Topic shift to TV evolution. Heated opinions on comedy and culture. Personal attacks. Abrupt exit. The fallout. Endless analysis. Divided fans. Boosted careers. What if they reconciled? Imagine a joint interview. Ratings gold. But for now, the divide lingers. David's poise under fire earned respect. Denise's firebrand style won admirers. Lessons learned. Bridge generational gaps. Value diverse views. For viewers, it's a reminder that live TV is unpredictable magic. If this happened stateside, think Ellen or The View blow-ups. Globally, it resonates with anyone who's argued passionately. As we sign off, ponder. Was it clash or calculated? Evidence leans spontaneous. David's memoir now includes a chapter on it. Denise's next book might too. Stay vigilant for updates as the celeb world spins fast. Thanks for watching this comprehensive script on the drama. Share your thoughts below. Team David or Team Denise? Until next time, keep the conversations civil, but never dull. Peace out.